All right. Hey, good morning. Hello, my name is Julian Johnson, and I want to make a quick video after thinking through one of my client sessions yesterday, where this individual is a up and coming emerging leader, if you will, in a company of a high growth company, where this individual was experiencing, this is late last year, Q4 2022, experiencing um, some frustrations, if you will, some challenges, just trying to navigate their manager and making sure that they felt like they were being valued and heard and understood. And also they were working on a vision for their own career and personal growth. And so one of the things that I offered as a resource based on what I was hearing was a disc-based assessment that's very oriented for the workplace and would potentially give this person some insights to be more strategic on how to more effectively communicate with their manager, number one, right? And communicate not just with the manager, but communicate, around their needs, communicate what's important to them, make sure that they were thinking that through and being comprehensive in what that communication might look like. But also number two, really hone in on what type of work setting and environments and components and elements are needed for them to optimize or maximize their style, right? Like that really fit with who they were. So they agreed, and I sent them. I have a partnership with Thomas International, which is a UK-based company, but they've been around for 42 years now, doing assessments, very, very scientifically valid. And one of their suite of assessments are disc-based, called the PPA, Personal Profile Assessment. And I actually took the PPA Plus and sent that to this individual. 8 minutes, 10 minutes max is what she reported back for it taking to complete the assessment. I asked her feedback on how were the questions, what was the experience like, and she felt it was pretty interesting and enlightening for her to reflect upon some of these questions while going through it. And also, it was just succinct. It was pretty to the point and direct, which she appreciated. So long story short, yesterday we had a session, and here's what I thought was pretty powerful. And you have to excuse the sweat. I just came out the sauna. You might have seen that. I just typically get some of my deep thoughts and meditations coming out of the sauna. So I apologize for the sweat here, but yesterday's session was very enlightening for us, I would say, because one of my favorite parts about the Thomas assessments and PPA in particular is she took that assessment in 8 to 10 minutes. And I've got over 25 different structures of reports that I can pull based on that one assessment. So yesterday we went through four reports that are geared for her as the person who took the assessment, looking at her leadership strengths and limitations and challenges possibly. And it kind of broke down based on different domains, task-based, people management, just different domains and subdomains, where it really kind of delved into who she was and how the assessment, sussed out how she might be operating, and a lot of which resonated with her, things that she, just really resonated with deeply. But then other reports that I pulled out, there was a management report, and this is a report that not only is powerful for you as an individual if you have access to it, but think about this. Think about you are navigating your career or a work environment and feel all the feels that you may have, and you're communicating as you have. You may have tried a number of different ways to communicate your needs or your vision or your values. But imagine if your manager or managers could also have a report that that provides them insights to how to be a better manager to you, for you, to support you in your growth. Let's say you're big on autonomy, or let's say you're big on certainty. You need to kind of know the big picture in order for you to do your job, or in order for you to feel trusted. There's certain things that you need for you to feel trust and really kind of give yourself to work and be fully engaged and motivated. There's certain elements or needs that you need to have met. And a manager might be managing based on how they learn how to manage from their manager, right? So, you never know what you're dealing with. But imagine giving a manager a report that provides them insights on how to manage you more effectively. And let me say this because I think this is important because this was a good insight from the session as well. You may not resonate with everything that any one assessment is going to provide for you, and that's okay. Because one of the mindsets that we walked through was we don't want to weaponize or box ourselves in with any of these labels or assessments. The assessment at its most, I think, valuable level uh, gives you insights that you can start to chew on and then develop strategies around or with for, okay, this is how I view myself. This is also how I might be perceived. And what does that do to inform where I could focus my attention or try a few things that can promote what I see about myself as positive, but also um, attenuate or mitigate those items that could be challenges or limitations. So it really helps create a high vivid vision and understanding for strategies you can take. And that's what I think my client walked away with yesterday is they had a lot to digest, they processed a lot. They also recognized that in the moment when they took that assessment, they were at a very high emotional state. So that's something that we paid attention to as well. But think about that. Think about the different layers and dimensions you can of value you can bring, not just to yourself, but in your workplace. And for me, when I'm coaching clients, one of the most common things I run into from people who are navigating career growth is, hey, either there's disconnects or they don't feel heard, they don't feel valued, or they're looking to do more. And so, what a great way to be precise and to inform your actions than to get something that allows you to really build strategies that will have a higher probability of working if you take an informed approach. So, to me, this timeless suite of assessments proved to be extremely valuable. Now, I'm not stuck on any one assessment either. This is my point about not weaponizing or not hiding behind or labeling yourself as just one thing. I think having a whole array of assessments could really give you a much richer soil to build from, to strategize out of, and especially that tied in and combined with a coach, with somebody that can challenge you to really think about things through different perspectives or see deeper insights about yourself, and help you kind of put that all into some kind of action plan, if you will. Some strategy for yourself that you can start to really track down and make progress on and see things change in real time. So that was an insight. That was something that I saw yesterday. I think it was powerful. This client of mine felt like she was empowered and excited to really take that information and go do something with it. We have some action steps, and she's rocking those out right now. Um, but it's awesome for me to see a person light up when they see things that's like, oh yeah, that articulated something in a way that they knew, but wasn't able to articulate it exactly as powerfully as they wanted to. Imagine doing that for yourself, and imagine having somebody in your corner who can help you do that more often, more effectively. reach out. I hope this was insightful. Reach out to me if you have any questions. You can find me or what it is that our coaching does on my website, unifiedSolutionsInc.com, INC.com. And I'd love to talk to you about, maybe your strategic vision for yourself, your career, whatever the case is. I just think sharing these kind of testimonials, these kind of experiences is starting to become exciting to see people who take control of their own growth and have a way and have support to do that too. So anyway, hope that was useful. 10 minutes of your time. Thank you for that. Have a great day. Cheers.